What's up, trading bros? This is how I made only $300 trading the ES today. I actually um, took a trade that was not actually a very good trade, and to be completely honest, we should have had $0 made today. We saw a meltdown in pre-market, and actually, the market open was a quite nice evidence in the fact that we had this retracement, a consolidation, and a meltdown. So this for me was it was signaling that it wants to go lower. But on the other hand, this meltdown, which kind of made an equal low with the London low, could have also been where we have a projection or an explosion of the price action. In Bookmap today, we had much, so much liquidity around this region. So, and as you can see, the order flow was just bearish the entire way. It was crazy. What I got blinded by today was this 6850 region that was quite high and quite hot throughout the entire session. So I thought the price is going to reverse back to there, but the price just kept melting. The price kind of blew through bunch of different liquidities, made an equal low with another liquidity level, and started moving up. And this is where I entered a trade on around this region, yeah, on this break of structure above here. But this was not a good enough break of structure, and it is based on experience. When we have a bearish pre-market and a bearish start, it is very low likelihood of the price actually being able to do much. So I did exit on this candle because it just was probably going to feel this fair value gap or a 0.6 retracement. It filled that 0.6 retracement perfectly, and it just continued lower. And the market has now kind of doing a little bit of a move to the upside, but it has not been off of any special liquidities. So in total today, let me just have a fast look here. Not this one, and not so nothing really great. So today's moves, in my hand, I mean, in my case, it would have not been an obvious winning session, but what would be maybe a good trade would be actually going with the short bias, especially when Bookmap also shows so much liquidity toward the downside, and 1 week liquidity up here that was also tapped into during London session. And that should have been the clue that that was already tapped, that was already used. So everything else down here mattered more for the price to capture because it had not been tapped. But based off of this move, we managed to make around $330. This is a fresh account. We blew an account yesterday. It was very disappointing. Actually, I was very disappointed in myself. But in the other hand, we accepted the fact that we were going to gamble yesterday. But please don't gamble. Stick to your rules. And honestly, if I would have taken the win yesterday and made this win today, I would have passed the account. But it is what it is. In hindsight, would have, should have, could have. If I managed to pass the account yesterday, I would have been like, yep, perfect, you know. Or subconsciously, you would be thinking, we did such a good trade. We managed to pass the account, but actually, such trading is not great. Because of my work situation, unfortunately, I have to start trading the London session some days. But London session actually does follow liquidity as well. For example, looking earlier today, we had a quite, excuse me. Ooh, that was a nice yawn. That was yeah. So looking at London session, grab a liquidity, goes to the other side, and then grabs liquidity. Technically, this is not a very clean move. It's not. It's not. But anyways, maybe we will trade the London session tomorrow. Actually, yeah, that would be interesting. It would be the first time I trade London session, because London session fits very nicely for me, as I work mainly during the nights and the weekends now. So we can try that and see how it goes. London session has much smaller price movement window. So it's, as you can see, it's usually around $20 to $30, which is around like 80 to 100, like let's say 100 to 120 ticks. Let's see, 23. Yeah, so it's not too much actually by the time we get an entry. But what's a bit tricky is that London has a tendency of continuation from Tokyo, when Tokyo has been doing like one direction. When Tokyo has been kind of consolidating, London does a sweep and then move to the other side. Let's have a look. Yeah, this one would have not worked out that great, because it would have do the sweep and then the melt. And that's the thing, the sweeps on London session are not that clean. So you have to wait for a break of structure. So in this case, it would enter here. Let me see if it will give us a winning setup. Stop loss right here. Let's see on this 903 to 906. We can risk 2. Wow, these are very small moves actually. And this will be potentially our take profit. Yeah, we could technically do 3 lots on this one. So this is actually just a $10 move. That's sad. These are very small moves during London session. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So we'll get back to this later on, and we'll give it a try tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I wish you guys a great day ahead, and please like, subscribe and comment, and let me know what you would like to see next, and we'll take it from there. I wish you guys a great day ahead. See you tomorrow.